What's up, people? Hey, this is Joseph Walker here, CEO and founder of JTMarketingenterprise.com. Today, what we're going to be talking about is formal education versus self-education. So, sometimes that is a topic of debate for a couple of people. So, I wanted to actually bring up that topic. I wanted to share it. I wanted to discuss it with all of my young hustlers out there on the grind, getting it in, making it happen, and shaking and moving. I'm more than happy to actually share this topic of discussion with you guys. And I want to make one thing clear before I even get started, which is this isn't a video bashing jobs. This isn't a video bashing people who seek to get higher education. This is not about that. I'm just making more or less a video that's just going through factual things. I'm making a video just covering what a lot of people may not even be aware of. So I definitely want to make sure that I made that disclaimer before I even get into the content. If you guys are just catching this replay, definitely feel forward to fast forward a couple of minutes. The only thing I'm doing right now is just sharing this in a few groups. That way I can ensure, I can guarantee, I can absolutely make sure that other people get content, they get value from the knowledge I'm getting ready to put out here into the universe. All right, so hope you guys are having a great hump day. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Every single day is great. You should make it great. And that's just a choice that we all have to make. But yeah, so formal education versus self-education. A lot of people, they say, hey, going to college, that's the only way to go. You got to go to school. You got to, you got to get that degree, get that paper, in order to actually be somebody of importance. But, we'll see. We'll talk about it. Hey, what's going on, Mrs. Ortiz? What's going on, Brother Michael? My main man, Morales, is on here. It's good to see you guys. So, yeah, we're going to start here in a minute. I just wanted to once again share this. Hey, if you are just hopping on, feel free to like, comment, share too. Share the stream, share the dream. Make sure other people can also get value from this. But, hey, without further ado, I'll go ahead and I will kick this thing off. So, a lot of you guys who follow me, you're already in network marketing, direct sales, some kind of business. And a lot of you are well aware of the great Jim Rohn. And one of his quotes, because he has a lot of maxims, he has a lot of quotes that a lot of people say, but one thing that Jim Rohn says a lot is work your 9 to 5 to pay your bills. Work your 5 to 10 to build your fortune. Very wise man. And a lot of times people who get started in this industry, they're fired up, they're passionate, they're ready to just go out the gate, they're gung-ho, which y'all, they can't wait to just get it on. And, after working their 9 to 5 to pay their bills, and then they get home, they work their business. After a couple of weeks, they kind of tend to slow down. They kind of retract. They stop doing the work. And, let's just be honest. Most people, they don't make it. They don't make it far. They don't get the results that they want to get. And it can be hard sometimes, Life happens. Things pop up. People get sick. Your car breaks down. Your job sucks. Your job makes you work longer. Your spouse doesn't support you. Your friends laugh at you. Your family think you're in a scam. Life happens. And I get that. But at the end of the day, you got to keep pushing forward. If it was that easy, then everybody would be a millionaire. But it's not. It is not. And, a lot of times people say, hey, go to school, go to college, get that degree. That way, you can, have a good life and live better than most people and stuff. And I mean, look, it's like this. If you're going to go to school to be a lawyer or to be like a brain surgeon, hey, do it to it. Do it to it. That's awesome. And I take my beanie off. I don't have a hat on. I have a beanie. I take my beanie off to anyone who wants to pursue a higher path of education to follow a set career path that they've really, really dreamed of. Like, that's awesome. You want to be an astronaut, go to school, be an astronaut, kick ass in outer space, right? But for the rest of us, a lot of people, they don't really know what they want to do. You know, there are a lot of people, you know, sometimes, you know, you grow up and you have an idea what you want to do. But a lot of times, you know, when you're like early on as an adult, you still kind of don't really know. You don't really have an instinct what path you want to take. So what we're told by society is go to school, get a good job. So it's branded in our minds to go to school and get that education because that's what we're told to do. So we do that, and what happens? You wind up getting into debt, like what, $100,000, $200,000, and you wind up maybe not even getting the job that you spent all that time going to school for. Now you got to spend the rest of your life working some job that you don't even like, so that you could pay off the money that you had to go in debt for to go to school to get a job that you never even got. Sounds like a scam. You know, but once again, I'm not bashing school or formal education. Only thing I'm doing is just stating what most people go through. And there are a lot of people who just go to school, they don't get their job, they're overqualified, they're underqualified, or whatever the case is. Most people just don't wind up even finishing school. So, you know, I remember I was reading Think and Grow Rich, you know, and I'm kind of finishing up some of those chapters. But I remember Napoleon Hill. Hey, what's going on, Scott from MS? I'm not sure if that's Missouri, Mississippi, Minnesota. I'm not sure, but hey, it's good to see you on here, man. But I remember Napoleon Hill, he's saying that in order to actually get those riches that you want to acquire, you have to have specialized knowledge. You got to have specialized knowledge, specialized information. So that means that you cannot go get formal education, what a lot of people have, and then go to a job, get paid an hourly wage, and become rich. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to obtain some kind of information that is specialized. You got to be special. And you have to figure out some kind of information most people don't know. Most people aren't willing to invest in. Most people aren't willing to set aside the time to sit down and get self-educated on. That's where self-education comes into effect. Because you have formal education, which is what most of us have, and is beat into us to go get formally educated. So we go out there, we do that, and most people live a life that's average, below average. They live in borderline poverty, living paycheck to paycheck. 76% of Americans in the richest country in the world. That's reality. That's not Joseph Walker trying to promote network marketing or affiliate marketing, entrepreneurship, capitalism. That's all great, but these are facts. Look it up. So, you know, people are living paycheck to paycheck, the vast majority. And, you know, they're taught to go get formal education, but they can't even spend $100 to get started into a business. They can't spend $200 to start up a business. But they've been working for 5+ years, 10+ years, 20, 30, 40 years, but they can't invest into a business. So if that's the case, maybe you should stop calling it work, because it's not working, right? And once again, I'm just stating facts. I'm stating numbers. I'm stating what is actual reality right now. So, you know, in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, he just says, hey, look, you need to have specialized knowledge. So there are two main ways that you are going to make money in that realm. Either you're going to have something of value to sell, or you know how to go somewhere and extract money. Once again, either you have you are a person who knows something of value that you can give that people will pay you for, or you have to go out there and you have to extract money. And when I say extract money, I don't mean rip people off. I don't mean rob banks. Don't go out there and rob from the rich and give to the poor. That's not a good plan. What I'm talking about is actually understanding how to take a product, a service, an opportunity, help other people visualize what they can do with it, help them get started, help them succeed, help them prosper off of that product, off of that service. You get paid, player. You get paid. You get compensated from the marketplace based upon the value that you deliver. That is what specialized knowledge comes into effect. So that's why it is crucial that you guys understand that self-education and obtaining specialized knowledge is what's going to get you to that higher plane. That's what it's going to be. I know the only way, and I know Grant Cardone, I talk about him a lot because that's the man. But Grant Cardone, I know he has a great example where he says he's talking to some guy. This guy, he wants to make more money this year. And the guy, he's making he's on track to make $50,000 this year. And Grant Cardone is like, well, look, man, you need to do this, you need to do that. And, if you do this, tweak a couple of things, you're going to be on track to make $100,000 this year. You see, you cannot go to a job, and once again, relax, I'm very passionate. I'm not bashing jobs, right? Okay? But I'm just saying, you go to a regular 9-to-5 job where you get paid an hourly wage, and you cannot go from $50,000 to $100,000 in 3 months. That doesn't exist. You cannot do it. You can't. You're locked in. You're set on that specific amount. In sales, that is the only profession. If you're not a basketball player, if you're not an actor or a singer or anything like famous or a celebrity, direct sales is the only way you can go from $20,000, $30,000 to $100,000 in a month, 2 months, 3 months. Only profession. Things that make you go, So, in order to be successful at sales, you have to have some kind of specialized knowledge. You got to, and a lot of that stuff just comes from investing in yourself, following key people, key leaders who can teach you something that maybe you didn't know, so that you can actually take that out into the marketplace and get some kind of tangible results. I actually had a mentor. He said something really cool. I remember. He said, "You show me your job." Well, it pretty much goes along with what I just said. But you show me your job where I can make $50,000 a year. I'm going to show you a job where I cannot make $60,000 a year. When he said that, that really put things into perspective for me, as far as the opportunity that we have and just the unlimited potential, the no cap that's available to us that's out here in direct sales. If you're guaranteed to make X amount of dollars, that's great, but you're guaranteed not to make this amount because you're locked in at that set price. There's no cap in direct sales. There's no limit. The only limit is the one that you create inside your head. That's the only one. And most people limit themselves. They have a lot of limiting beliefs, and that really basically stems from the programming that you had growing up. The programming of, you're not being enough. You don't need to go out there and talk to people. Strangers are bad. No means no. Don't get attention from other people. Just be humble. Keep your head down. You don't need much. Be happy with what you got. That sound familiar? You heard that growing up? Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees. It does. It's called a cotton bush. They make money out of it. But, like I said, I'm just stating facts here. So, it's really scary to move on into the realm of the unknown. It's really scary to a lot of people to get uncomfortable. And I remember Les Brown, he was sharing this story. It was a story, very, very, very popular story he tells, where he's talking about a guy He's talking about a group of prisoners, right? And these prisoners, they all were facing death, right? And they had these guys lined up, and the warden, he gave a prisoner an ultimatum. He told the guy, hey, look, tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to line you up and we're going to gun you down. You're going to die. You're guaranteed to die. Now, you can go with that option, or there's a door right there. You go through that door. It's unknown what's going to happen to you. You go through that door, there are unknown perils that could happen, that could forsake you. Anything can happen if you go through that door. Okay? But you have a choice. You can go through that door, or you can get executed with everybody else to get gunned down. Guaranteed. And the next day came, because the warden, he just left the key to the door, walked off. The next day came, the guy was still there. 8 o'clock, he got gunned down, he got executed. And the staff, they asked the warden, like, wow, this guy, he chose to get gunned down willingly. What's on the other side of that door? And the warden, he looked at his staff and he told them, freedom. The guy would have walked through that door. He didn't know what was on the other side, but if he would have walked through, he would have been free. But as human beings, we really fear the unknown. And whatever isn't known is seen as scary, is seen as bad. And we have to protect ourselves. So we have these limiting beliefs that we use to safeguard our livelihood. But that's not going to get you where you want to be at. All the things that you want, all the success that you deserve in your life is on the other side of fear. But you guys have to take the leap. You got to jump. And a lot of people, it's really, really hard for them to do that. So they don't. But I digress. The main thing is this. You can make as much as you want, or you can make as little as you want in direct sales when it comes to formal education. You go to a set job where you have formal education, you're probably gonna make more money up front because it's guaranteed money. But in direct sales, you get paid what you're worth. So if you know how to really get your game on, if you understand how to get your skills right, yeah, Ellen, exactly, take a leap of faith. Then you're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid for the value that you bring to your marketplace. Hands down, that's just the bottom line. So if you really, really want to ascend to that top level, if you really want to get paid, if you really want to help a lot of people and make an impact, you got to invest in yourself. And you have to get that specialized knowledge that Napoleon Hill was referring to in Think and Grow Rich, so that you can become more valuable. And once you actually do that, and once you continue to grow and build on that, then obviously so will your income. You got to change your environment. You got to get with a group of hitters. You got to get with a group of people who are moving in the same direction. You got to get with a group of people who are trying to blow this thing up and get big and just expand. You're not going to get where you want to get in your life by playing small. You weren't put here to play small. Stop being selfish. You know it. Whoever's watching this right now, you guys already know. You were put here to play big and do something great. But we tell ourselves that we don't deserve it. We tell ourselves that we're too afraid. It's not going to happen. Not me. Why not you? Why don't you deserve it? So you got to make sure that you change your atmosphere. You get into an environment full of other people who are going to help uplift you, not tell you to stay down here, be with us, stay average. Don't go out there. It's too dangerous. Look, that's what your freedom is. And everyone who's trying to tell you otherwise, they're just fucking broke and they're negative. And you need to get away from that BS. That's just real. So formal education versus self-education. Look, nothing wrong with getting formal education if that's going to lead you along a path that's in alignment with what you want on your life, i.e., you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a brain surgeon, maybe you want to be a lawyer. Hey, go for it, man. Do it to it. Hey, what's up, Brother Kevin? Hey, it's good to see you on here. What's up, Brother Gordon? What's going on, Andrea? What's going on, guys? Hey, it's good to see you on here, hanging with me today. So, yeah, that's really the main thing. The main points I wanted to point out is the fact that most people preach formal education Yet, as the richest country in the world, 76% of people live paycheck to paycheck. Obviously, something is broken. Obviously, you're working 20, 30, 40 years. You can't invest 50, 90, 100, 100, $200 into yourself to start a business. You need to stop calling it work because it's not working. You need to get some kind of self-education. You need to specialize in specialized knowledge that's going to get you out of that rat race and into a place, into a group of people who are hitters, who are players, who are ready to just blow something up and take it to that next level. So that being said, guys, for those of you who are watching this, I know a lot of you are currently in direct sales. You currently do have a product or service, an opportunity that you're trying to get out there to the marketplace. So about a year ago, I actually created an ebook. That ebook is over how to more or less overcome objections. It's a 3-step formula that my mentor taught me that led to a lot of success for me in direct sales. So I actually made an ebook that goes over that 3-step formula. I posted the link above in the description. So for those of you who may have a hard time overcoming objections, I got to talk to my wife, I don't have the money, I got to think about it. Next Friday, then they disappear. I got to do research, all that stuff. I know you guys get it. We get it every single day. Hopefully you get it every day. That means that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But a lot of times that stops a lot of people from moving forward with the sales process. And you guys have to continue to move forward. And this ebook is going to give you guys the right tools to get your skill set right, get your game on, get your attitude set to helping other people out there in the marketplace. So definitely, if you don't have that ebook, click the link above. It's going to make sure that you guys get it in your hands ASAP. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully they gave you better clarity as far as formal education versus self-education. Get excited. Do something great this Wednesday. Bust it up this hump day. I'll see you guys in the next video.